There, and welcome to this video on how to factorise quadratics, but when we have a higher coefficient of x squared. What I mean is when it's not a 1, it's like a 2 or a 3, something like this. So here we have a 2x squared. So our thought process, if you're doing the normal factorising, this is slightly different. You're going to have to think on a higher level to fully understand this. So there's no highest common factor to any of these terms, so we know it's a 2-bracket problem. And normally we would put an x and an x here, but because we have to make 2x squared, and that's prime, so it's not too difficult at this point, it's 2x and x. Now, then we look at the constant term, and again it's the factors of 3, and we write those down. And because this is prime, we don't have many options, it's just 1 and 3. So we can go ahead and put a 1 and 3 there. But you've got to be really careful because that isn't the only option. We could also put the 1 and the 3 this way round, and you'll see in a minute that it can have quite a different effect on the answer. So let's go ahead and expand this. So this would give me 2x squared, this would give me 6x, and this would give me 1x, and this would give me 3. Now we can see from these two terms I can make a minus 5 quite easily by making this a minus 6 and this a plus 1. So if I pop those in, so let's put the minus and the plus in there as also, you'll see that that's making my minus 5, and then when I multiply this final line, that in fact does give me minus 3. So this I know is actually the answer. So I got really lucky here, it's the first one I tried. So that is the answer. But let's just show you this one. So if I put 2x squared and 2x, 3x, you'll see in this case I can also make a minus 5 and the 3. But to make a minus 5 here, this would have to be a negative, and so would this, and therefore these have to be negative. Now if I multiply this one, I would actually get a positive 3, and the question was a minus 3. So this question is actually quite tricky because there's not normally two ways you can make the middle number. For example, this one. So it's double bracket, but it's harder because 4 is not prime. We can either have 2x and 2x, or we could have 4x and 1x. And it'll become clear why I've written 4 at the moment. So factors of 5, again this one's prime, so we've got 5 and 1s, or we've got 1s and 5s. And you'll see here, so 2x has got 5 and 1, the two 2x's have got 1 and 5. So these are the 4 possible combinations. So you might want to write all 4, just write one at a time and see how it goes. Let's start with the one on the left, top left, sorry, which is this one. So 4x squared, 2x, 10x, and 5. Can I make a 19x? No. So I know this isn't the combination, so I can move on. Let's try the next one. So we've got, this is the top right one. So we've got 4x squared, 10x, and 2x again. That I cannot make the 19x, so I know it's not that one. Let's try this one. This was the bottom left, so we've got 4x squared, 4x, 5x. I can see now I still can't make the 19. I can make a 9 or a 1, but I can't make the 19. So that's no good, so it must be the last one. Typical. So 4x squared, 20x, and 1x. Here we go. I can see the 19 now. And to make 19, this has to be a positive, and this would have to be a negative. 20 take away an x, and this line here gives us our 20. So that has to be the positive, therefore that one is the negative, and when we expand it, we'd also get minus 5. So we know this one is the answer to fully factorised. So you've now seen the same two questions with this method, and in the other video, it's the same two questions with the alternative method. It's now up to you to choose your choice.